As we get ready to say goodbye to 2018, it is time to look back on the year's biggest tech stories and how events of this year will shape our future in 2019. There's probably no bigger story this year than the mess that is Facebook. Month after month, reports highlighted the social network's mistakes with leadership making poor decisions and failing users' trust. The biggest blunder was the data breach tied to Cambridge Analytica. The political consulting firm exploited loopholes and used shady methods to collect personal data on 87 million Facebook users. And that info was harvested to make targeted ads that would influence Trump's presidential campaign in the 2016 election and influence Brexit in the UK. We will enter the new year questioning Facebook's influence in our lives and question our trust in the communication tool, or if the tool needs to be treated more like a utility with government regulation. With all of Facebook's mistakes, we even saw Apple CEO Tim Cook speak out against Facebook, calling for more government regulation. And speaking of government oversight, this year marked the start of the General Data Protection Regulation in the European Union, or GDPR for short. At its core, GDPR is a new set of rules designed to give EU citizens more control of their personal data, privacy, and consent to what happens to their data. And if there is a data breach, well, a company needs to promptly tell users or else face large fines as a penalty. But GDPR didn't just make a difference for folks in the EU. Many large online companies that do business in the EU are applying some of these transparency standards to all their customers, regardless of location. Now, just a month after the law was enacted, reports of data breaches increased dramatically. 2018 was also a big year for massive corporate mergers that will change our tech and media landscape. AT&T won its case against the Justice Department to finalize its $85 billion acquisition of Time Warner. And Time Warner owns HBO, CNN, and other Turner networks. So get ready for your AT&T service to push more content from Time Warner programming. Disney is buying up the rights to own 20th Century Fox film and TV studios, along with some cable channels like FX, all for $71.3 billion. It means Disney is the majority owner now of Hulu's streaming service. You know, right as Disney is also about to launch its own streaming service. Shareholders approved the acquisition this past summer. The deal is expected to be completed the 1st of January, and that means we are going to have to see how Fox's franchises, like the X-Men and the Simpsons, fit into the Disney family. And after 4 years of trying to hook up, T-Mobile and Sprint may finally get together with a $26 billion deal, arguing that together they could be stronger to invest in a 5G network. But it's not a done deal just yet. Although it received shareholder approval, the merger is currently on hold with the Federal Communications Commission, as it needed more time to examine the transaction. Now, that's not the only thing changing in the mobile world. Apple is changing our phones by leading the trend of the notch. You know, the dark cutout in the top of the screen that holds the front-facing camera, speaker, and other sensors. Now, of course, the first phone with a notch in an edge-to-edge screen was from a lesser-known startup called Essential, founded by the former head of Android. But Apple's iPhone X was the first mainstream phone with a notch, and many folks poked fun at it, but this was just the start of a new movement this year in cell phone design. The newest members of the Notch Club include the LG G7, the Xiaomi Mi 8, Asus Zenfone 5, and the Google Pixel 3 XL. Get ready for more notch action in 2019. But one technological achievement may change our lives more than we realize in the near future. I'm talking about Google Duplex, a human-sounding artificial intelligence system that can talk to people over the phone to do scheduling tasks for you, like booking restaurant reservations and making hair appointments on your behalf. In a demo during the Google I/O conference in May, Google showed how Duplex was so smooth and natural sounding, filled with little quirks of conversation like ums and ahas and yas and I gotchas, that a human may not know they're talking to a robot. The wow factor became a creep factor. And to answer concerns, Google said going forward, the system would include a disclosure, maybe introducing itself as a Google Assistant. Google is currently testing the tech in a limited area, but in 2019, you'll need to start questioning if the caller on the other line is a real human or a robot. Thanks for watching. If you think I missed something on the list, let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm Bridget Carey, and I'll see you next year.